Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/zip. That's ziprecruiter.com/zip. ziprecruiter.com/zip.
This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Super excited for this. What a way to start the hour here. We go out to the progressive guest line. Huge fan of our next guest. Bobby Fairley joins the program. Well, he's done so many great things in his career. Something about Mary, Dumb and Dumber, Kingpin. The list is endless. There's a new movie coming out tomorrow on Prime Video.
All pass.
Called Driver's Ed.
Oh.
Absolutely. He's been to Santiago, Chile twice already this year.
Who's been to Santiago, Chile twice?
And he also loves betting the NFL. It's great to see you again, man. How are you?
I'm great, guys. Good to see you both. It's an honor to be here.
Well, it's an honor to talk to you.
You're the best, man.
And you told us a story off the air that you're going to share coming up as well, who you play Survivor with. On top of that.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that.
Yeah, I play Survivor. You know, like everyone else, I don't want to have – I have a team, but I also have a team I do with my brother, Pete, and Owen Wilson, and there's 3 of us. And we alternate whose week it is. And so, you know, if I went first, then I got to make the pick. And so if the team loses during your week, you're under a lot of pressure because you not only have to foot the bill for the whole team, but you also a pretty stiff penalty to the other 2 guys. So we've been doing this for years, and it's a lot of fun.
What's the penalty? Can you share?
It's $5,000 a head.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Not bad.
That's good. You guys. So is that just a regular Survivor? Or do you guys come out here and play the one in Circa?
We play the Circa Survivor.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's our team, but that's how we do it. You know, we just if it's my week, I pick. You know, I just tell the guys who I pick. We have a couple of course, we have some teams that are circled that hey, they're playing on Thanksgiving, and you know, you need special permission to use certain teams, of course. But yeah, we alternate picking. It's a lot of fun. It raises the stakes. It feels like because the other 2 guys are just you know. They're always questioning, what? That's a dumb pick.
Yeah. Well,
So-
is Owen a big sports fan?
Yeah, Owen is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He loves sports too. Yep. Yeah, Owen's an interesting cat. He's really fun to hang out with, as you might imagine. I know you like Stick, right? His TV show on
Apple.
HBO,
Yeah,
the golf show. Yeah, he's great. He was never a golfer. His brother Luke is a really good golfer and takes it real seriously. Owen wasn't. Owen's a pretty good tennis player, but he had to learn how to play golf for Stick. But he's a super competitive guy. He plays a lot of games like backgammon and chess, and he's a very good ping pong player. And he's just, no matter what it is, I don't care if you're shooting free throws or whatever, he's highly competitive and surprisingly good at things.
The Patriots came out of nowhere last year and surprised a ton of people getting to the Super Bowl. Now with the distraction of what's going on with Vrabel, what are you thinking? What happens with New England this year? Although they get Dobbs and they apparently are going to trade for A.J. Brown, do you think they have another big season?
Certainly, you know, it's going to be a little bit swimming upstream this year, just because they're not going to catch anyone by surprise. And I do hope this Vrabel thing just, you know, they can get just back to business. I love Vrabel. I'd hate to see him get fired over this. It was a dumb thing he did, no question. But can you imagine what the over-under percentage is for guys in the NFL who have something going on the side? it's got to be 73% minimum, right?
Do you think players do?
Players would be higher. But so he's just one of those guys, and he got caught, and he looks, like a fool. And the thing that they did that I didn't agree with at all is him missing that one day of the draft, because I was like, whose idea was that? That was dumb, because it was a Saturday or a Sunday? You're not going to marriage counseling on a Saturday or Sunday. And for him to miss or supposedly miss this day, it makes it look like it is interfering with his job. And I think by and large, something like this, except for it being a big nuisance, shouldn't interfere with his job as a coach.
Yes, good point. Tell us about Driver's Ed, about the movie, and we can find it on Fandango Home and also Amazon Prime tomorrow.
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. It's on demand. Amazon Prime has it. You'll have to rent it, I think. But it's a high school comedy story. Jeremy is a senior in high school, and it's the beginning of a new year, and his girlfriend has gone off. She's a freshman in college at UNC Chapel Hill. And that thing where it's a senior high school freshman in college, and he can tell it's not working. She's about to dump him. And he's taking driver's ed at the time, and he gets a text, and he panics and decides, I got to go save this relationship. So he basically steals the driver's ed car, and there's 3 other students in the back seat of the car taking the class with him. And so they reluctantly agree to join him, and he drives to Chapel Hill to save try to make it so the girl doesn't break up with him. And it's a big adventure. It's high comedy, a lot of fun, very funny. It's got some heart to it. It's got some really good performances by some young actors who you may or may not know, but they're great. We have Molly Shannon, Kumail Nanjiani, and Tim Ball. It's a really good cast, and it was a fun movie to make. It reminded me of like the old John Hughes movies. When I read the script, like Breakfast Club or Ferris Bueller or something like that, where it was about high school, but it wasn't typically nowadays high school stories are really dark, and like there's just a lot of
like Euphoria
dark stuff going on. And this is more like it's more of like a romp. Stuff happens. It's set in modern day. They're real kids in modern day, but it's about a lot more about comedy.
Would you describe it as raunchy comedy, or is it cleaner?
No, you know what? I wouldn't describe it as raunchy. No, I mean there's a little bit, but not overly. No, it's just. I don't think it's raunchy, but it's fun. It's got a nice mix of story and comedy, so it's a fun take. I think you guys will like it.
No doubt.
Definitely going to check it out.
Is it harder to be funny today with how times have changed? Like you couldn't make Tropic Thunder today. I don't know if you could make something about Mary today. So
no.
Right. Okay. No. So So is it harder to be funny then and make comedy?
Yes, it is. Okay. It is. Yeah. As you may have noticed, like comedy almost went on a hiatus. I mean, there was so many years of you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't joke about that. There was a lot of that going on, and so they just decided, the studios like, it's safer to not even make a comedy, and so it kind of went by the wayside almost. There's not completely, and there's some on the streamers and all that, but not like there used to be. There's no big comedy stars anymore. There's no Ben Stillers, even Owen and all those guys, Will Ferrell, and they're just all kind of. They're there, but they're not what they used to be. And so, yes, the answer is yes. It's harder to do it, but I think it's coming back, Paulie. I do. I think people need to laugh. Our world's crazy, and it's like it's easier when you're able to laugh at some stuff, So not everything is just so serious or sad. So
100%.
Comedy's healing, and I hope that it comes back. And particularly in the theaters, like this movie here, it's in a few select theaters across the country, but by and large, it's a streamer.
Oh, that's where I was going. I'm glad you brought that up. So he went to Something About Mary back-to-back nights. I went to Dumb and Dumber in the theater back-to-back nights, and the roar and how the whole place went crazy. Are we going to lose that summer blockbuster, that movie experience now with all the streaming and what's happened? And will it hurt the movie experience and people going out?
I think so. I agree with you. Like, there's two kinds of movies that are a lot better in a theater than watching it at home, and then one of them's comedy. Because when other people are laughing, you start laughing too. I mean, you might even, it's infectious. It's like yawning, right? So comedy for sure, and horror movies too, because there's that palpable energy in the theater if something's scary and everyone jumps, and it's so. They still do horror movies in the theater, but they don't do many comedies. And I do hope they get back to it. I hope that we as a society can just say we need comedies. We need big laugh out loud comedies in the theaters.
They could really tilt Hollywood on its head, flip it on its head again with a great comedy that would be like rated R. My example would be to your point about how the comedy experience in the theater is so unique. When I went, and this is probably like the biggest compliment I could ever give you, when I went to There's Something About Mary, it was a loaded theater. It was the opening weekend, and it was such a great crowd that it was so loud with laughter. I missed so many key parts of the movie. I'm like, I can't hear because there's so much, we're just dying laughing, and the entire theater was. I had to go back the next night for how much I missed as a result.
Yeah, well, those are the good old days.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
And like you said, you went to Dumb and Dumber back to back. And I remember I remember who I went with in 1994 to go check it out. It was like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. Hit it out of the park. We also,
Paulie, Jim Carrey, Paulie, has a lot in common with both you and me. And do you know what it is?
What?
You, me, and Jim Carrey are kindred spirits in that we're all hockey goaltenders growing up.
Is that
Jim was
right?
a goaltender too.
I didn't know that.
He was a goalie. He's Canadian, and I've skated with him. One night we rented the ice and we just did a skate around. And he could definitely skate. He knows what he's doing. But he was a goalie, and he also is a surprisingly good athlete. He's super strong. He's like that wiry guy, but man, he's strong. Like we were doing these things on set where you kind of, it's a balance thing where you like whack hands against each other and see who tips over, and nobody could beat him. He's like, he has like a force field around him. It's bizarre.
Very good. We're going to continue with Bobby Fairley up next. Driver's Ed drops tomorrow, Prime Video. Fandango home as well. He's on the Progressive guest line. Much more to get into, including attacking the NFL season. The schedule is going to get released tonight.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We continue now. Huge fans of Bobby Fairley. He's on the Progressive guest line. Of course, There's Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber, Kingpin, which we'll get to coming up in a second. Driver's Ed drops tomorrow. New movie on Prime Video and Fandango home. You'll appreciate this. There was a player on the Toronto Blue Jays last year who took off like wildfire on their run of the World Series, Ernie Clement. And we dubbed him only because of Kingpin. We dubbed him Big Ern, and we referred to him as Big Ern multiple times every single show. Big Ern McCracken.
Wow, those are big shoes to fill. Ernie McCracken, Bill Murray, he did us. You write the script or have the script, and then you hope you cast it, and you hope someone can come in and somehow make it better. And that's what Bill does. That's his specialty. Is that like whatever's there to begin with, he just kind of makes it his own and does it in a different way, but a way that's very, very satisfying to us, the filmmaker, and it's just better than you envisioned it. And that's his specialty. And Ernie McCracken was the perfect example. We had no idea that he'd play it in that particular way. His idea about the hair coming over and all that was all like he he came up with a lot of those things in just preparation for the character himself, and it was so spot on.
You ever given any thought to maybe a follow-up to it? Could we ever see a Kingpin 2?
Yes, we actually have been thinking for a long time about how do we make a Kingpin 2, and the reason why we'd want to is not just because we want to go out and make a sequel. It's just that Roy Munson and Big Ernie McCracken, it's like those two guys are still around, and they're both such good actors right now, and they're both kind of athletes, so they could. If we come up with the right scenario, the right story, I think we could get them back in there playing those two characters. And I know we'd have a lot of fun because we had a blast making the first one, and it was it aged in a way that everybody was just happy with it. So we're just working on the story. Those guys would never do it for a payday or that sort of thing. We'd have to come up with a really, really good reason why this many years later these two collide again in life. But I think we'll be able to pull something off because we've been thinking a lot about it.
Hope so. If the script's unbelievable, but for the movie doesn't turn out right, what are the reasons for that? Is it bad at casting, acting?
No, it's never the acting. It's I would take the blame myself as the director. We must have done something wrong because we usually write the scripts and then direct it and then edit it. So if it doesn't come out the way it should have, it's on us, and that's why we never want actors to think it's on them. That's because when you do a comedy like that, they have to free up. They have to be able to try a lot of different things and kind of experiment. And you're there like as a safety net to them. So I would never blame the actor. It would always be the director.
Do you know you're a genius?
No, you're the only one who says that, Paulie. But like I said before, your word is gospel, so I believe you.
I can't. How long does it take to write Dumb and Dumber? How long does it take to put together even something like the Virgin episode with Seinfeld? How long does something like that take?
Well, the ideas are come to you when you're in the shower and stuff, but to put it all on paper and make it into a script is typically a page of a script is about a minute of movie time. So most scripts are around 100, comedy scripts, 100 to 120 pages. And so to take 120 blank pages and then fill them up with funny stuff, it does take a long time. It's definitely the hardest part of making a movie is the writing. It's just difficult because it's easy to not do it. So it's a chore in a way, but it's the most important thing. I would say on average it takes 3 or 4 months minimum to write a script.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, my brother Peter and I and our third writing partner Bennett Yellen, we kind of got in the zone and we wrote the entire script in 19 days.
Is that right? So there was just a flow to it. It just kept going.
Yeah, we never stopped. We did 19 straight days. We were working at night. We were holed up in a little house that we had rented actually just for that sole purpose. And there was nothing else to do. We just wanted to finish that script. Well, mainly because we're late and we got behind. It's like doing a term paper in college. Eventually you got to do this thing. And so you really have to buckle down. And that's what we were kind of under that pressure. We had to turn the script into someone who had hired us to write it.
Were you thinking Jim Carrey? Or was that you weren't thinking?
No.
Okay.
No, not then. No, we weren't thinking Jim Carrey then. Only because we didn't really know him. He was just that one guy in Living Color who was very funny. He did Fire Marshal Bill and all that, but we didn't really know him that much. Didn't think that he was a movie star. Later on, of course, we did. But when we were writing it, we wrote it, and then we didn't make the movie until 8 years later because no one wanted to make it.
Yeah, that's right. You told us that before.
Actors didn't want to play dumb guys and things like that.
Crazy.
But when Jim Carrey eventually read it and said, "I love this. I want to do it," it was like, oh, "Okay, you're our man."
Did you guys ever have to leave anything out of Dumb and Dumber, or there's something about Mary or another movie because it was too outrageous?
We left a lot out of Dumb and Dumber. When we cut it together, we realized it was the first movie we ever made. We just made too much of a movie. It was just too many storylines and all this. There were plots that we cut out completely because there was like a kidnapping going on. And, some of the stuff that was in there, we followed through on a lot of those storylines. But then we realized later that the funny stuff is what people are really enjoying. So we kind of cut the plot.
Cash-in tickets is what it's all about.
We thinned it out as much as we can, so it made sense. But before that, we had the first time we assembled the movie and put it together, it was 3 hours and 40 minutes long.
Holy smokes. Yeah,
so we had to cut it down to basically cut 2 hours out of it.
Wow. So many scenes get me every single time, but the one scene that pops to my brain right now in Dumb and Dumber is just the hamburger scene. How's your burger when they're stuffing it with the pills?
Pills are good.
The way that Daniels and Carey, just like they're, just the way that they have the looks on their faces and the menu, it's absolutely incredible.
The guy who's incredible in that, we all know Jim Carrey is genius, incredible and all that, but Jeff Daniels just kept up with him, and he was never a comedy guy to begin with, and he just was so talented. He'd just feel whatever Jim was doing, and he'd just go with him, and that was a perfect example. Like whatever Jim was, the diabolicalness of him, putting the hot peppers in the burger and all that. Jeff would just naturally go along in perfect harmony with him. It was such a great performance by him.
Brian Cox recently called out his cast members on Succession about method acting. Have you had problems with actors who stay in character during the whole process, and if that's frustrating?
I know Jim Carrey actually has a reputation for doing that on some of the other movies he's made. He didn't do it. He never did it with us. But we had one or two actors along the way, smaller roles, and they're just like, "Oh, I'm a method actor," and it's not anything that we encourage because it's no fun. It's like the scene's over, you're eating lunch, and then the guy's still in character, and you're like, okay, I'm just taking a break here. I want to fuel up and then go back to it. But I think most people do not like to be around actors that method act. Most people in our business.
Interesting.
The NFL schedule comes out tonight. We have you for like 2 minutes left here. Are you going to be watching it all? And will you circle a game and say, "Oh my God, I can't wait for week 4 so I can bet on that"?
Interesting. I will definitely be watching it because I'm an NFL junkie. Did I hear you say that the Patriots are playing in Seattle opening weekend?
Week 1, yeah, they're catching 4.5.
So they already released that game? I'm unaware of that, but wow. Yeah, that's they're catching 4.5?
Yep, Seattle's 4.5 at home. What do you think? Is that too short?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it didn't go well.
Seattle just crushed them, right? And they're going to be raising the banner and doing all that fun stuff they do. So I think we're going to get steamrolled again. That would be my guess. But I think the Pats will have a good year. I think it's just in the wrong place at the wrong time that week.
Well said. Yeah. I agree with you. We're looking forward to it tomorrow. I hope you come visit soon and appreciate you doing this. And again, your resume is incredible, and we're glad we got to meet you.
Well, thanks, guys. Likewise. It's always fun talking to you guys. And check out Driver's Ed. I really think you'll like it. It's kind of that kind of high school comedy that hasn't been done in a long time. So I hope people enjoy it.
Very good. Thanks, Bobby. Pleasure.
You. Okay, guys.
Be good. There you go. Love his work. He's the best.
Believe that?
And I will check it out tomorrow.
Yep. How about we can get Kingpin too?
Oh, I mean,
Humans
are you serious?
That's Human's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Kingpin, Fever Pitch, Me, Myself, and Irene, Something About Mary, Hall Pass, Dumb and Dumber.
Stuck on You. That was with Kinnear and Damon.
Yep. Did the Virgin episode on Seinfeld. I mean, those guys are incredible.
We're down to the nitty-gritty in soccer. Steve Wyss joins the program. Some best bets and analysis next here on VSiN.
Playing a
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We'll get some best bets with analysis in soccer this weekend as Steve Wyss joins the program now. Follow him on X at MeatmanSoccer. He's with Because We Win podcasts and the Betting Weekly Studios. Meatman, thanks for the time. As always, before we get to the best bets, can you explain what's going on here in the EFL, the English Football League? There's a version of Spygate going on.
Yeah, I mean, hello guys. This is kind of crazy. The playoff final is set to be between Hull City and Southampton, or is it? Because there's a chance Southampton might get completely expelled from the playoffs because they are accused of spying on Middlesbrough in the semi-final, in the run-up to the semi-final playoffs, and you're not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to send an analyst or anyone from your organisation to take a look at the opponent's training in the build-up to the match. I think in the 3 days in the build-up to the match, and an analyst from Southampton was caught doing this on his phone, hiding behind a tree, live streaming to someone from his phone and all that sort of thing. And he's got caught red-handed. So there's going to be an investigation. There's going to be a decision before Tuesday made. So this is kind of crazy at the minute. There's still 3 teams in the market to be promoted still. Middlesbrough could still get reinstated and end up playing Hull City in the final. I've never seen anything like it.
They would play Hull then. The team that lost, Middlesbrough, for the right to go to the
potentially.
It's the most lucrative. Oh my God, it's the most lucrative. What's this worth? $200 million? $300 million?
I think it's probably worth about $250 to $300 million now to get promoted. So there's a lot of money at stake. I mean, this is not really. How's this fair on Hull City? By the way, they don't know who they're playing yet.
Yes, another good angle.
This is. I've never come across this, but it specifically Leeds spied on a team about 6-7 years ago, got fined $200,000. After that, a new rule came in saying you cannot do this again. No one can do this. Otherwise, there's going to be serious repercussions. Another thing that might happen, Southampton might stay in the playoffs, and next season they start with a points deduction.
Oh, man. This is fascinating.
What a story.
This is something to monitor. I appreciate you. Are you betting these unders in the playoffs? 9 of the 10 matches have gone under so far in the playoffs, Meat Man.
I did take some of the unders, but I've got a lot of these playoffs wrong. Certainly Hull City keep defying me this season, but I don't know. I think maybe because there's so much money now at stake in all the leagues that the games have got tighter. There used to be overs a lot, playoffs, but it's changed. But you've got to go with the times. Okay.
Let's start with tomorrow. Premier League. Aston Villa against Liverpool. How do you want to play this one in the afternoon?
I think it's going to be quite a poor match, this one. I like quite a lot of unders this round because what I'm seeing whenever I'm watching the Premier League right now is not good entertainment. I'm seeing a lot of tired legs out there, players who have just completely lost focus. The World Cup's coming up, so no one wants to get injured.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this could be a low-scoring tie because, I mean, Aston Villa have got a huge match coming up in 5 days' time. Europa League final against Freiburg. It's a chance for them to win a trophy. Liverpool have been poor for quite some time. These are 4th and 5th in the table. Bournemouth are kind of hovering below them. I think a tie suits them good. I think we're going to get a low-tempo sort of match. And I think the goal line is too high based on reputation. So I'm thinking, sort of 1-1 or maybe like a 1-0 win to either team. Under 3 on the Asian goal line at -110, you get a full push if 3 goals are scored exactly. I'm not expecting an entertaining game on Friday night.
All right, and now let's go to Sunday then. I was surprised when I saw this, but now I know your explanation as well because you want to play an under with a Man U match.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester United were very, very entertaining, and then last week it was a horrible 0-0 tie at Sunderland. But they've got nothing left to play for. They know exactly where they're finishing. They're going to be 3rd in the table. Nottingham Forest are now safe from relegation. 2 teams, I just don't think that they're going to be that bothered about sort of what level of soccer they're playing at. And again, because of the results of Manchester United this season, especially in 2026, I think it's an inflated goal line. Really, it's about, there's a lot of these players on the field are going to be at the World Cup. No one wants to get injured. Players are going to be substituted off. And, I think we're going to get a low-tempo game, probably not many cards either. And not many goals. So I really like this under 3 Asian line. Again, Man United versus Forest.
The Meat Man, Steve Wiss, our guest, progressive guest line. Meat Man Soccer on X, Because We Win pod. Friday, Aston Villa under. Sunday, Man U under. Wolves, Fulham under 2.5. Sunday also.
I'm going under 2.5 here at plus money. And the main reason for this is both teams just stink the place out right now. Wolves are horrible. I mean, I mentioned them last week. They don't look like scoring a goal. They know their fate. They know they're getting relegated, and they're kind of going down with a whimper now. And Fulham they look one of the most tired teams at the moment. I don't want to say that they don't care. I just feel like they're desperate for this season to end and get by again. No one wants to get injured. I don't know where the goals are going to come from in this game. No one looks like scoring at the moment. Wolves have struggled all season, and Fulham, the goals have really, really dried up for Fulham Football Club. Like they never used to be like this, but they're not creating chances. They're the favourites on the money line here. Are Fulham? I wouldn't back them. No way. Not with Monopoly money, because they're actually minus money. No way would I bet on them. Fulham here, even if they do win. I think under 2.5 goals is the best bet. We could get a potential drab 0-0.
All right, offside now. Sunday, Brentford $1.35 against Crystal Palace.
This is my best bet of the week. Brentford money line. Keep fading Crystal Palace. I've been doing it for a while. It's been working. So let's not change anything. Crystal Palace, similar to Villa, they've got a massive cup final coming up in 10 days' time. It's all about keeping their players fresh, not injured, and looking ahead to that one. And Brentford are still in the hunt to finish as high as they can to qualify for Europe. And also there's a scheduling advantage for Brentford, because Crystal Palace were in action just last night, actually. They lost against Manchester City. And so only 3 days here they've got to prepare for this one. They don't care what happens. The match means a lot more to Brentford. Last week I gave out, 2 weeks ago, I gave out Bournemouth as a really, one of the best bets of the whole month to beat Palace. And this is similar. I just see Brentford totally getting the job done. I'm going to play them on some handicaps as well, because Palace are completely checked out at the minute.
All right, 2 matches left. Still have the relegation battle between Tottenham and West Ham. Tottenham's up 2 points on West Ham. They have the big one against Newcastle. They're plus 225 to win. You want to go draw no bet, though?
Yeah, because look, 1 point might just be useful for West Ham in the long run. But the facts are real here. If West Ham don't win this game, then they could be relegated by kickoff on the final match day.
Yes.
So this match means a lot more to West Ham United. And Newcastle have been pretty poor in a while. I think they've only won one of their last something like 10 matches in the Premier League, or 7 or 8. It's a really, really dire performance from Newcastle United. So sheer case of motivation. And West Ham have not been playing that badly recently. They were very unlucky to lose against Arsenal, very controversial defeat they had there. And in general, they've been playing really, really well under their new manager, Espirito Santo, since he arrived at the club. So I'm going to take them on the draw no bet, plus 140. But I think West Ham definitely the right side here. I'm amazed Newcastle is such. They were minus money about a week ago. They're just about plus money now. Newcastle, I don't see them getting anything here. West Ham are desperate. They're fighting for their lives. They're fighting for survival. Jobs are on the line. I think the away side here, draw no bet.
All right, my friend. Good luck. We'll talk to you next week. We're a month away from the World Cup. Appreciate it. Go get them.
Yeah, we'll know the playoff matchup probably this time next week as well. So, have a great week, guys. Take care.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks, man.
How would you do that? If you were in charge of the punishment, what would you do?
First of all,
that is wild.
I love that it's a possibility.
Yes.
Again, I think that American sports should adapt to some of the stuff that soccer does. And imagine if that would be a punishment that would be out there for a team that would do. Imagine if that was the case for the Patriots when they were up against it with the Spygate.
It does hurt Hull. They don't know who they're playing. He's right about that. But that was. Do you say, okay, you start with a penalty next year, or you just the team that you beat gets to play for the right to go to the Prem? I don't know. Let's see what that punishment's going to be. That is wild.
I know.
It's $250 million.
Think about that. With 250 again, but that's tied into getting promoted.
Yeah.
And the whole relegation system, which would be awesome here in the U.S. But I can't imagine that it's ever going to happen. Adam Silver loves soccer, hence the NBA Cup, the midseason tournament. If he is that progressive as a commissioner, wouldn't that be cool if he actually did something like that? Because I think he's done a terrible job with the NBA here in recent years.
I just don't know how that would work then with where do you go down to? Are you in the G League?
Like the G League thing, yeah.
What those arenas hold, those gyms.
Yeah. You'd probably have to, like another league would have to like be formed probably.
Yeah.
In order to pull that off.
Yeah. Movement on Scotty.
Yeah.
Quite the leaderboard.
This is a great leaderboard, and it's playing tough. We love it. In Pocket plays coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right. Glad we talked about the WNBA props last night. Rickea Jackson goes over, and Kelsey Plum goes over. Way over. Keep an eye on Kelsey Plum with the Sparks. She takes a lot of shots, and they play up-tempo. And she flew. What's that tidbit you have on Caitlin Clark? This is odd. It's a short sample.
Right.
You go back the last 2 years, Caitlin Clark undermade threes in road games.
On the road, she does not shoot the ball well at all.
I looked at it today. Wow, it's something.
Yeah, our buddy
you
Kevin.
You can't find her sitting hitting 2 even. Most of these.
Our buddy Kevin Rogers sent me that note yesterday. I think it goes back like 2 for 35 on the road last year, or some crazy stat like that. Horrible shooting percentages on the road for her.
Yep, that's good. So keep an eye on Plum. Keep an eye on Rickea Jackson, Chicago. Keep an eye on Reese again with the rebounds with the Dream, and we'll get to more coming up. No NBA tonight, but we're loaded with hockey in the NFL schedule. Timberwolves plus a game and a half. Man City to win the Prim. Tottenham to stay up, not to be relegated. Cavs to win the title 40-1. Ducks to win the series plus 310. See if they can force a game 7. PSG to lift the trophy and win the Champions League. That is May 30th against Arsenal. And the Pistons to win the title also at 30-1. Horrible loss last night. Charles Barkley, I thought, made a good point at halftime. That should have been a comfortable lead, and it should have been a blowout. Points off of turnovers in the first half, 20-2 in favor of Detroit. They blew the 15-point lead. They're up 9 with 2:30. They let it slip away. It'll be interesting tomorrow if the Cavs can put them out. That's all depending. The Nuke, both games under 6.5 tonight. In the hockey with the Alts. And tonight, WNBA. Minnesota Lynx. There's been a big move already on Rookie of the Year. Players in WNBA history with 30-plus points and 15-plus assists over their first 2 career games. Olivia Miles, end of list. 21-8 to start. 13-7, and she was in foul trouble the whole game. She's 15.5 tonight with her points prop. I like that over. And the other thing is, why a big movement, we could be watching another Anthony Bennett situation. Fudd is going to play for Dallas. She scored 3 points in 18 minutes in her first game. It was the worst debut for a number 1 overall pick in 30 years. She didn't play in the second game and is playing tonight. But watching a couple podcasts and hearing from Chiney Abumake on ESPN, they are stunned that the number 1 overall pick in the draft doesn't even start. It's something to keep an eye on.
I'm looking for props for her tonight right now.
Yes.
Have you seen anything yet?
I do not. Not since they've ruled her in. But 3 points in 18 minutes. This is not going well.
Would you bet under like 5.5 points?
I don't know. They're up tempo.
They score a lot. Yeah, so
right.
far. Yep, that's going to be the game plan.
That'd be low. But if there's if we're setting the bar this low, this is Anthony Bennett territory.
I do not see her listed anywhere as of right now. I'm on the odd screen with player props, and I
Number
don't see
one
her
overall
name.
pick, yeah. That's
I wonder if
that's
they'll
weird.
post.
Yeah.
A couple of winners yesterday with the Nationals-Reds game. The Yerfie got there live when we were on the air, and it did go. It flew over 9 again. The game, I didn't bet the game today, but 15 runs by the Reds, that got it done for sure. Rays would have been a really good night last night. Instead, it was just an okay night because the Rays blew a 3-1 lead in extras, plus 130. That would have been the full sweep of the Blue Jays, by the way. What a horrible beat. Now, I can come back and say the Blue Jays had the bases loaded with nobody out in the 8th, and they only got one across, but to blow it like they did, oh, man. Obear, first-round leader today. Some pizza money, no good. Harris English, first-round top 10, no good as well. The new bets that we have. So I'm also the pending here, Sinner French Open, Rangers, Guardians, Yankees, most wins in May, Ducks to win the series against VGK, need that tonight. Scheffler top 5, plus 115. He gave a stroke back, by the way, so now he is 1 off the lead, 2 under, still on the course with a couple of holes to go. I'm pondering bets on both games to go to overtime tonight in the NHL. The absolute best number I can find anywhere is plus 320. Is that a bettable number in your opinion?
Yes.
Think so?
Yes.
I was hoping for like plus 350, so I haven't bet it yet.
Yeah, that's Colorado lines.
Because they're such a big favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason Day, top 20. He is 2 strokes back right now. Finished today pretty well, the 69. 1 under. So he's also, for what it's worth, got a really good PGA history. He's only won 1 major. It was in 2015 at the PGA. 2020 finished tied for 4th. 2024 was 6 under. Didn't finish like top 40, but overall, pretty good player at the PGA and 2 strokes back right now. I'll go top 20 plus 175. And I'm banking and betting on Koepka finding the putter. 127th in strokes gained with the putter today. But first, ball striking. Top 20. He's 2 strokes back as well. Top 20 right now is minus 106 on Brooksy to finish top 20. We'll go with that.
Get it. Doug Kazarian also put me on Johannes. She plays for the Liberty, and they play tonight, and they're big favorites against Portland after they were upset the other night. She can shoot threes. Her points prop is 15.5 tonight also, that she can score. Smarter bets start here. Last all year long with VSiN Pro. For a limited time, get the annual subscription, normally $240 for just $199. When you sign up today, they'll throw in 2 extra months for free. 14 months, VSiN Pro, less than 50 cents a day. Promo code PRO. Every best bet, every host, every guest. The real-time betting splits, DK and Circa, AI-powered prop tools, 24/7 video, and the special edition betting guides for every major sport throughout the year. VSiN.com/subscribe. Code PRO. VSiN.com/subscribe.
There has been a little bit of movement with the Cam Young future price here to win the PGA. He's back down to like plus, he's around 21-1 to win it at DK. It's been moving back and forth. The reason why is because he just birdied 16, but he's at even par, 3 back. He's had 3 birdies on the day and 3 bogeys. So Mr. Popular here this week, who was as low as 8-1 at one book before it started, 3 back and 2 holes to go for Cam Young, who's been obviously playing absolutely lights out. Do you want to put anything on Patrick Reed? He's 24-1. He's 2 under and 1 back.
Looks good.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. Yep.
That's like a FOMO bet as well, because Humans doesn't like the guy. I'm not in the same boat there, but like if he wins it, I don't have anything on him. I'm not going to feel okay with that. Shane Lowry was a huge price. I saw. I think it was top 10, top 20. He's tied for 7th right now. He's 1 stroke back, 2 under. He had a wild day though, man. Bogey, birdie, bogey, eagle. All over the map.
Morikawa's finished at 1 under, too.
Yeah.
Morikawa. Listen, Morikawa, Rahm, JT, Spieth, Koepka, Day, Neiman, all 1 under.
Pretty good group.
And some big names are even as well.
Including Bobby McIntyre, because he's been, again, back and forth. But he's even.
And a good job by Michael Block, who's even.
Oh, okay.
And he's done, yeah. He got, I think, 1 under. But 11-1 down the street to make the cut.
Well, that's looking
See if
pretty
he can
healthy
do it.
right now.
And I don't mind Rose either. Rose is on 16. He's even.
Hold on.
He was 2 under.
I think, so he's been all over as well. He's
Yeah.
even right now.
Yeah.
I want to say that Rose just made a miracle out of the bunker, and that it was for a birdie. So he went back-to-back birdies on 13 and 14.
He's 60-1. I mean, he's 3 shots off the lead. That's
you know what? I might get involved with Rose placements as well.
yeah.
Let's see what I can find here. He is plus 345 to go top 10 right now. So he's going to be a pretty nice plus price to go top 20 as well. I'd look at Rose top 20. As you mentioned, 60-1 to win it outright. Justin Thomas is 43-1. I can't get involved with Justin Thomas.
Why, you don't like him?
No, the guy absolutely murdered me at the Masters. I had him in like matchups specifically big against Morikawa, and he just crapped the bed. Every time I bet Justin Thomas, he has absolutely no prayer.
Forgot to say this. I knew this was possible. Rain delay with the Red Sox game.
Okay.
They got bad weather.
Great show today.
Yes, guests were phenomenal.
Very easy to dance to. I give it about a 94.
Ooh, that's high.
I know, but it deserves it. And if you miss any of it, you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast. Great job by everybody involved. A special schedule show tonight with Prime Time. It's going to be great. Check it out.